I'm glad to be here because you would think poets get to say what they want to say, but oftentimes that is not always the truth. So I appreciate the opportunity to get to say what I want to say, how I want to say it tonight with you. So something new. We are a nation of opinions. Someone is always talking, which leads me to wonder who is listening, who is taking note, who is assuring us that the freedom we were promised is actual, who among us has quieted their ego enough to simply listen for the hushed cries for help. Let it be me. Let there be 3 wise women or men. Let someone demand silence long enough to hear all the things we miss over the screaming. She was screaming when the cameras arrived. Her child, murdered. His body left for hours on a platform, in a jail cell, or was it in the street? She was screaming. And they called her angry, called her uncontrollable, called her everything but a grieving mother. The cameras say her child was murdered. The judges say the murderer didn't murder, but there are bodies that say differently. Black folks are being exterminated, so why are we not calling this ethnic cleansing? He was innocent. He was innocently walking. He was innocently walking before he wasn't anymore. He was somebody before he was target practice, wasn't he? Wasn't he trying to take the train home? Wasn't she driving with a taillight out? Wasn't she allowed to be opinionated, living, breathing person? Wasn't he a person? He said he couldn't breathe. Was anybody listening? See, I heard them say protests and rebellion solve nothing. Say damaging your own community is nonsensical, but this don't feel like my community. This hunting ground don't feel like no home to me. Do not confuse the fire during a riot as misplaced rage. They are smoke signals to the ancestors begging for the justice our government fails to provide. Was performance art. Find the meaning in the broken glass, in the deconstructed police cars. Find the irony in how quickly tear gas flies from hands meant to protect. Their voices have been ignored, but these burning buildings will not be. Is anybody listening? Or have we just defended and out-talked each other to the point that we have forgotten that we are all trying to survive, trying to love somebody, all in need of love, all want to have a safe place to relieve ourselves without the fear of being beaten to death for walking into the wrong bathroom. We have long known the face of pedophiles and rapists. They are monsters we know well. People we sleep next to and pretend not to notice the blood in the morning. We ignore or shame our daughters, but fail to educate our sons. And the only monsters I have ever known have been men I've loved, and women I've trusted, and bosses who took advantage of their power, and educators who told me I wasn't good enough for their institutions, but they praised me if I increase revenue. Pretend my black ain't visible as long as I defer to them, but let me think I'm somebody. Let me think I create my own value. Let me dare to live a life I love, but let me dare you to be better. And suddenly I am angry and no longer sweet and soulful, no longer a darling pancake suitable for your institutions, but they don't hear me though. We are a nation of opinions that tend to disregard the people our opinions actually impact. Will you seek to understand or just write this off as a long soliloquy? Are you actually doing your best? Will you leave this planet better than you found it? See, I'm asking these questions because it's time. It's time to love again. I want to laugh again. I want to forgive and rectify, to live this life on purpose, with purpose, not just chasing money that inevitably isolates us. I offer you my voice. And this pain, this heartache, I offer you my hand. Please don't let go. I'll stand with you in these trenches. All I ask is that you listen.